Oh, well, hello to everyone that's just tuning in from James Bond. You're watching Attack of the Show. I'm Kevin Pereira, kind of like this show's 007.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
except he doesn't get laid a lot. I actually do. I'm Olivia Munn.
Well, like Bond, I make witty remarks right after I kill someone, so I have that. And I get to play with a lot of cool gadgets, so...
None of which are top secret or classified in any way, mind you.
That's the tone for today's show, huh?
It's called accuracy.
Okay.
Okay. But stay tuned, we've got the day's best web videos and breaking gaming news. You good?
Yo, great.
We're gonna start right now.
Yeah, we are gonna start right now.
Sieduszczywe telewizjonne rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na blogosphere. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
This requires physical coordination. Hey everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios. Because I'm so used to saying, and I'm Olivia Munn.
Well, you are Olivia Munn.
But I would have said it.
Olivia Munn, everybody.
We're in Los Angeles. It's live. Coming up, we have the band OK Go Live in studio.
Yeah.
We will show off their awesome new video, a one-take wonder starring a giant Rube Goldberg machine. Then we'll show you the most graphic Japanese movie we've ever seen in Around the Net. And really, when we tell you something's over the top, you know it's going to be so good.
Oh, yeah. Plus, the online buzz has been building all day around Blair Butler. She's going to reveal our exclusive Marvel news very soon. Then she'll take a look at the comic book origins of Kick-Ass and Human Target. And the heads of Infinity Ward have been decapitated. Oh!
So, say the Queen.
The makers of Call of Duty Modern Warfare were whacked by Activision late yesterday. We have more on this right now. It's an emergency game break.
Joining us right now is X-Play's Adam Sessler.
Yeah. Emergency game break. Break the glass.
We broke the glass and now pops
okay, I can talk now.
So tell us what's going on over at Infinity Ward.
Well, this all started yesterday. Remember yesterday was crazy because like the PS3 was having a problem. Then that wasn't enough. So 2 hours later, someone close to Infinity Ward contacted Patrick Klepek, who's been following this story amazingly for the past 24 hours, that some security, outside security, not of the building that Infinity Ward is in, had shown up and were in the building, and the heads of Infinity Ward, Vince Zampella and Jason Ward, were suddenly, they had not been in the building all day long. Things were very, very uncertain, and things tended to sort of grow from there. And now we're at the point where both those individuals are no longer with the company. Activision has confirmed that. In the interim, we did notice that they filed their annual report with the SEC. Buried somewhere on like page 126, it was mentioned that 2 key members of a development team were under investigation by Human Resources for breach of contract and for insubordination.
Olivia and I quit reading around page 124.
See?
Everybody just held in there for 2 more turns. So the security that was there was not there to deliver cookies and fruit baskets last night. They were there
or to offer that sense of security that some people need
No,
to
they didn't.
have.
Well, okay, so now the question is, what happens to the Call of Duty franchise? Where do we go from here?
This is a big question. Now, Activision has finally made a statement, not just about what happened to the 2 heads of the company, but what's going to happen to the future of the franchise. They're actually going to go bigger with the Call of Duty franchise. They brought in a member that was running their sort of Asia Pacific division to oversee the Call of Duty business, is pretty much what they're calling it. They're going to have a company, Sledgehammer Games, which are made up from people who are at Visceral Games of Dead Space and Dante's Inferno, and they're going to work on a action-adventure iteration of Call of Duty. Treyarch is also going to be making Call of Duty. We're going to see one this year and in 2011.
Did you notice Kevin?
I winced a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I had to take a deep breath. I mean, Activision,
action-adventure
sometimes when they take over
Pitfall
franchises.
Harry in Afghanistan, I mean, that sounds fun.
Hence I took my deep breath.
You should pitch for them.
Yeah, exactly. Ish. If you put ish at the end of a sentence, you will get the green light.
All right, Adam Sessler, thank you so much for coming on and giving us the update. That might be the most important gaming news since the PS3 stopped working yesterday, so keep that in mind. We want to know what you think, though. Reply to @AOTS on Twitter right now, and we will feature your comments a little later in the show.
And for the latest news and developments, be sure to visit G4TV.com/Fall of Duty.
Oh. See, it's different.
Because we took out the C and put it in F.
That's exactly why. Right now,
words.
Let's go back over to Ryan Seacrest.
Hey, thanks, Ellen. Things sure sound hectic at whatever thing you were talking about. Now it's time to find America's favorite web videos. This is Around the Net.
Glad you held on there. Could have lost you. We begin today with a stick on a wire.
Is that it?
Trust me. There we go. It sounds
Is
like
that
a...
when Marty McFly goes in 1983?
That was it.
By the clock tower, there's
Boom.
dark as the rain.
No, it was just stick on a wire is what it was. But
Well, can you just please remind me to never climb trees near overhead lines?
yeah, how about not climbing trees in general? Let's just stop the safety
But
advice
everybody
there.
knows I start my day with some coffee, a muffin, and climb a tree.
On the plus side, though, we know now you'd look pretty awesome as you actually combusted. So that's nice.
Maybe I'd end up in the future?
Probably not. Charred and on the ground, I think, is where you'd end.
Okay. Now, President Obama has his detractors, and he may have just chummed the waters to the Republicans.
Yeah, look, even if you love the commander-in-chief, this shocking new video from the fake journalists over at the Onion News Network, it's going to make you question his vocal skills. It's scary.
The White House is scrambling to do damage control after the president was caught lip-syncing a speech at the University of Michigan yesterday. Let's look at the footage.
Providing quality, affordable health insurance in this country, our healthcare system that's sucking up all the money. We have talked.
An Onion News Network investigation uncovered an exclusive video which appears to show President Obama speaking without pre-recorded audio at a commencement ceremony last June.
Now, some graduating classes have marched into this stadium in easy times. Times of peace and stability. When we call on our graduates simply to keep things going and don't screw it up.
Despite the controversy, Obama has stated he will not be altering the schedule of his upcoming tour opening for the Black Eyed Peas.
That's rough. He did kind of sound like Cobra Commander, actually. Little Cobra Commander meets Urkel. That's what he sounds like.
I have to say, your career can usually survive a little lip syncing. I mean, look at Milli Vanilli; they're still doing okay.
Actually, Vanilli committed suicide, and Millie's been living in kind of a sad obscurity for a while, so...
Awkward.
Yeah.
Is that common knowledge?
I think it is. I think it is, yeah.
Sure. Maybe they faked the death, the suicide, like they faked singing.
Yeah, I really don't think they did that. Moving on. The 1991 Japanese film, The Story of Riki, is a cult classic.
Would you like to know why?
Yes.
Okay, Dave. Saw that one. Perhaps these clips will explain. Oh, and if you have a barf bag handy, you guys might want to go ahead and grab that now.
Guns especially made for shooting at it. Hey, stop fighting!
I told them they shouldn't have built that one section of wall out of foam. It just didn't make any sense.
I can't believe we were actually able to show that on TV.
Look, if E can show, like, real people's insides on Dr. 90210, we can show that. It's fine.
So last week, everyone caught Olympic fever, including the Nintendo Wii.
Yes, but playing the Wii Olympics version of curling just doesn't look right, as the anchors of Australia's Today Show found out.
Yep.
So what? Do we need to?
Here it comes. Here it comes. Nice.
That is so vulgar. I mean, really, they can broadcast filth like that in Australia? Are you humping my leg again?
Yes. Don't make me stop. I don't think you're gonna laugh.
Don't make me stop.
Don't make me stop.
When a girl says no, do you go, don't make me stop?
Don't make me stop. Just toss the brake. I say that every time.
Don't make me stop. I'm already in. Still ahead. A mostly naked lady plays video games.
Let's be honest. That's really all it takes to be the #1 ATM these days. Can I just finish up here? They want it. They're going to give it. Shaking its way into the #1 position today is a new video from the French model Tahiti Cora.
Now, apparently Miss Cora was just minding her own business one day, playing an Xbox game, the way she always does, in her underwear, when her boyfriend decided to capture a bit of video.
Oh, and the internet thanks him.
Welcome back to At the Booties, the only show that's guaranteed to get you in your seat every time.
Now, one of the most interesting booties we've seen in a long time comes to us from Tahiti Cora, who presents a booty tease of the highest caliber. Now, here, she dances in the proud tradition of a Persian belly dancer, tantalizing and titillating with glimpses of booty.
Which is great if you don't like seeing booty in your booty videos. I don't want to see skirts. I want to see shiny, bouncing booty. One slap.
Bill, now, once again, you fail to see the art form jiggling forward. This one, I give 4.5 slaps.
Now, I'll tell you one thing I did like about Tahiti Cora. Her other videos. We all remember the Wii Fit girl shaking her booty. But Tahiti is a bit more hardcore gaming.
Well, now, here's Tahiti in front of her Xbox 360 playing a racing game. But I'm afraid I just don't see this one, Bill. I mean, the tableau is fantastic.
I hope by tableau you mean ass cheeks.
Well, I'm talking about the setting, the lighting, the framing, the Kurosawa-inspired media center.
Pat, what the hell are you talking about? This is a booty video. Look at that beautiful, bulbous ass. Tell me you wouldn't tap that.
Well, okay. Believe me, I would, but I prefer a few more artistic chances. I'm afraid I can only give this one 2 slaps.
Pat, sometimes I think you wouldn't know a good booty if it bounced right into your face. 5 slaps.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, folks, but we'll be back next week with more Aztastic video.
Until then, it's time to close up shop, unless you're shaking that thing, in which case we're open 24/7.
So come on in. Now, I tell you, the
This week in As the Comic Turns, a teen with no superpowers fights crime in Kick-Ass.
Yes, and in a Fresh Ink exclusive, Marvel announces a big new project. Blair Butler has all the details.
I'm here at Meltdown Comics with reviews of 3 new books, including the source material for Human Target and Kick-Ass. First, we've got exclusive news from Marvel Comics.
This June, Marvel's superheroines take center stage in a new weekly 5-issue event called Heralds, and here's your first look. Years ago, a Herald of Galactus sacrificed her life for the universe, but a shred of her spirit lives on, and it's back for vengeance on those who left her behind. Now, only the heroic women of the Marvel Universe and a mysterious new character named Francis can stop the threat. Writer Catherine Immonen and artist Tonchi Zonjic will bring us this epic team-up between She-Hulk, Emma Frost, Agent Brand, Hellcat, Valkyrie, Monica Rambeau, and several other heavy hitters we can't yet reveal. These mighty women will be put to the test as never before as cities are destroyed, families are torn apart, and a cosmic resurrection changes the heroes' lives forever later this summer.
Now, while you can't read Heralds until June, we do have reviews of 3 new releases right now. First up, you may have seen the Human Target TV series, but did you know that it's based on a cult comic? So, how similar is the show to the source material?
Turn to the first page of writer Peter Milligan's 1999 Human Target comic, and you'll instantly realize that it's very different from the show and totally not safe for TV. Sure, Christopher Chance still protects at-risk clients from assassination attempts, but in this taut, sharply written series, Chance also disguises himself as his clients and often swaps identities and women with his increasingly delusional assistant Tom. And while the TV Target is all-ages stuff, this layered thriller is decidedly adults only.
If you love people punching each other in the face, explosions, D-list Marvel superheroes, naked ninjas, and giggling uncontrollably, have I got the comic for you.
Next wave, Agents of Hate finds normally serious writer Warren Ellis and artist Stuart Immonen creating high comedy by taking a group of spectacularly lame superheroes and forcing them to fight for a secret organization called Hate. Half shield satire, half adventure comic, this book features a series of truly insane splash pages and a whacked-out, wickedly funny storyline that has at last been collected in one softcover volume. The content is ridiculous and ridiculously entertaining.
And finally, you've probably seen the trailer for the Kick-Ass movie, but have you read the jaw-dropping comic it's based on?
When a teenage comic book fan with no superpowers decides to become a costumed crime fighter named Kick-Ass, he immediately gets his ass kicked. But when a video of the beatdown hits the web, he inspires a wave of copycat heroes, including a foul-mouthed 9-year-old killer called Hit Girl. If you've ever wondered how a wannabe superhero would fare in the real world, this is the brutally honest book for you. So far, it looks like the movie is totally faithful to the comic, which makes it hard to believe the Kick-Ass film didn't get an NC-17 rating.
New comics, exclusive Marvel news, and extreme ass-kicking. Not a bad week for Freshing.
Who are you? I'm Kick-Ass.
Yeah!
I love Blair Butler with all my heart.
I know that's hard for you.
I love Blair. My tiny little heart loves Blair so much. Thank you so much, Blair. Still ahead, everybody. It's DVD Day and another man that I love is more. Steve is here to review the Mayan Disaster Documentary 2012. I saw it today and I wanted to blow my brains out. He's also going to review Where the Wild Things Are.
Buy, rent, or pass, Olivia. And OK Go is here live in studio. We're going to talk to the band. We're going to see their latest video in its entirety, and I swear it's the greatest thing ever in the history of
the world.
Ever. It's fine. I was close. Here's a gal trying to impress her friends by jumping a creek. What happens next? Does she actually make it over? Does she fall short and go face first into the other side? Or does she just trip up and fall right into the creek? Find out when we return.
Kevin says, eat me.
Here's a gal trying to impress her friends by jumping a creek. What happens next? Does she actually make it over? Does she fall short and go face first into the other side? Or does she just trip up and fall right into the creek? Oh, A for effort. That's awesome. Hey, everybody! We say it all the time, but people still don't get it. We're live. This is happening right now.
Show them prove that we're live. And I want you guys to pay attention because that will be on the quiz. Okay?
Yes.
Allison's also live.
Hey, Allison. Actually, Alistair's a pre-tape, sorry.
I'm a pre-tape. I'm
Welcome
totally
to
pre-tape.
CNN.
I'm a robot, actually. That's what I am.
Whoa.
Feed robot.
Whoa.
What?
Allison,
What?
did you choose to take dance? Because that was amazing.
I actually majored in robot in college. You
Wow.
would think maybe it'd be robotics, but no, it's just
robot?
Just that. Was it at DeVry?
It's time to start the feed. All right, it's Tuesday, March 2nd, and here are your top stories. Looks like Apple loves the smell of lawsuits in the morning. Today, they sued HTC for infringing on 20 different Apple patents that relate to the wildly popular iPhone, including things like unlocking a device by performing gestures on an unlocked image, according to Apple CEO Steve Jobs. He said, "We can sit by and watch competitors steal our patents, or we can do something about it." Yeah, a lawsuit is definitely doing something about it. All right, if you're rich and you love the environment, have I got a car for you. Porsche just unveiled a hybrid. Yeah, hybrid people, you heard it right. The Spyder 918 is a hybrid supercar that can jump to speeds of 100 kilometers per hour in 3.2 seconds with a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour. That's 198 miles per hour for those of us who all live in the States. Yeah. The prototype made its debut at the 2010 Geneva Motor Show, and so far there's no release date, but fingers crossed it'll come out soon. And finally, if you hate hangovers, which I don't know many people who love hangovers, science has just come to your rescue. 2 Korean doctors have discovered that adding oxygen bubbles to booze allows drinkers to sober up 20 to 30 minutes faster than they would with regular alcohol. So basically, by making your cocktail fizzy, you get less severe hangovers. And lo and behold, a Korean company is already marketing a new oxygenated soju called O2 Lin. And frankly, if it cures the spins, I'm all for it, people. Yeah. I'm Allison Hayslip. Apparently, I'm an alcoholic, and you've just been fed. All right, we'll go back to Olivia, who's already in progress. Nice. You got it. Wait, hold on. You got to work. You got to bend, straighten. There you go. That's better.
Wow. You're really good at this.
You're welcome. Bye. Thanks.
She knows so much. Right now, let's play Buy, Rent, or Pass. It's TV Tuesday. Welcome back, our film expert, Chris Gore.
Thank you, folks.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Thank you.
Our first DVD, I was watching it on TV today.
Yes.
I think it's horrible.
Oh, are you talking about 2012?
Yes, it lasted. I thought the movie was going to go until 2012.
They could make a miniseries out of it, couldn't
It was
they?
the longest movie ever.
Yeah.
Okay, tell people what this thing was.
Well, of course, it's about a giant natural disaster in the year 2012.
First of all, John Cusack, amazing actor.
Yes, and he's great in this. I mean,
Second of all, Woody Harrelson, amazing actor. Amanda Peet, great. This movie, nobody could do anything in this.
Well, I happen to like disaster movies. If they were going to do a spoof of disaster movies, this is every disaster movie in one.
Spoof.
It's tornadoes, it's earthquakes, it's tidal waves, it's Titanic, it's all in one.
I don't think it was a disaster movie. I think the movie was a disaster.
Well, the thing is, there are elements of comedy in it that I think are pretty funny. I don't know. I happen to like Cusack.
Bad acting?
Well, there's a cute little dog, and there's jokes that are funny. The only thing missing from this movie, is Elliot Gould and George Kennedy in little star boxes at the bottom. You remember those disaster movies?
And everything was. Everything was like right behind John Cusack. Everybody else was cool, and then all of a sudden John Cusack's running, and if you just get rid of John Cusack, everything would stop falling behind him.
Yes.
Watch.
He was sort of bad luck.
And it's like everywhere you go, everything's just right behind you. Really. Really?
Yeah. He ran away from explosions really well.
The art, really?
Yeah.
And the guy in the plane, like, I'm not going to wait for it. We got to go. We're running out of runway. Shut up. No one cares anymore.
Look, add a couple of drinks, and this movie's a lot of fun.
What?
It's a lot of fun with a couple of drinks.
I was high as a kite this morning, and it was not. I'm just kidding, I wasn't. But it still wasn't. I guarantee if I was high and wasted, it still wouldn't be fun.
Still wouldn't be fun.
I think this movie is a definite pie. What about you?
Well, no, obviously you hate it. I think it's a rent. You got to take it with the right sense of humor.
If it wasn't so long. It was fun. Like, this is so stupid, and then you're like, it's still going.
Yeah, that's true. It's like a ride. It's a movie version of a ride.
Was it?
I don't know.
Forever.
It was over. It's like 2.5 hours.
So you say Rent?
I say Rent.
You're the film
It's a
expert.
blast.
He knows.
No, I respect your opinion.
Well,
I respect your opinion. I honestly do. I do.
I didn't think that was a joke. He wasn't
It was
joking.
good acting, right? I'm so what? No, that's good acting.
Oh, and by the way, don't believe him. The white hair makes you look distinguished.
Oh, thanks.
Don't believe him. What's our next DVD?
The next DVD is Gentlemen Broncos.
Okay, this is the director of Napoleon Dynamite, and he's teaming up with the co-star of Flight of the Conchords. I heard that this is amazing. So is it as amazing as everyone's saying it is?
It's amazing. It's written, of course, by Jared Hess and his wife, and Jerusha, and it's hilarious. It's about this science fiction writer, this kid. Jerusha is her name. But basically, it's this kid who writes a science fiction story.
Look at that.
Well, this is, you see, Sam Rockwell's in the movie in these fantasy sequences that explain the movie in which he plays a transvestite who eats yeast that makes him fly. And he shoots vomit that is a weapon.
Why isn't Attack of the Show making a movie? Because this is the stuff that we do all the time.
I know, it is.
Mike Shaw, start writing.
But the thing is, what's funny about it is this big science fiction writer steals the story and then has it published, and then of course the kid wants his revenge.
Of course he does.
But you've never seen anything like this in the annals of science fiction.
Okay.
Or the annals, however you want to put it.
Well, how are the extras? There are lots because they're comedian guys, so you expect there's going to be lots.
Right, there's great extras out. There's a commentary. There's a mini doc behind the scenes. All kinds of good stuff.
Whoa.
And that's the flesh pocket. Because see, there's some. This is true. There's some who believe that when you go to heaven, you go there naked, but there's nowhere to put stuff, so you have flesh pocket.
Ew.
Flesh pocket?
That's awesome. So what's the bottom line on this one?
No, that's such a good flesh pocket. You could go off on that for the next 3 episodes of ATS.
I actually have a flesh pocket.
Yeah. I'm sealing my mouth. I cannot say anything. I can't talk after that. I say buy it. I say buy it.
Do you have anything else this week?
Yes. Where the wild things are.
Okay, now when your pitch went up with that one, and I heard that you did. Yeah. I heard you didn't like it, but I know that so many people loved when this movie came out. So I want to ask. I mean, I know that the film had a troubled production with a bunch of reshoots, but do you think that Spike Jonze did a good job in adapting this children's novel for the big screen? Because I know that people went to see it, and there's a lot of people who really loved it, but I heard you had mixed reviews.
Well, first of all, let me just say something about your question. You called it a children's novel.
Children's novel, Spike Jonze.
This book is a paragraph, folks. And for those of you who've read it, it's pictures and a paragraph. I wouldn't call that a novel. So the source material is kind of weak to begin with.
So it's all their imagination.
It's sort of this dark indie movie that lacks any sense of humor whatsoever to kind of break up the black darkness. I get it. It's black. It's dark. It's hard to be a kid when you're 9. I didn't love it. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I can't believe,
But from the man who loved 2012?
Yes, but 2012 was great. 2012 was enjoyable.
Okay, guys, I get it. Armageddon's happening in an RV and John Cusack screaming and Amy Anna Pete's crying. I get it. Okay? It's the same story.
But look, if you're into furries, Where the Wild Things is probably your thing, if you hear what I'm saying. If you're into the furries.
Is it your thing?
No. I got other things, trust me. And I can't talk about them.
Oh, I've seen the pictures in your phone.
No.
Wait, so Where the Wild Things Are? So many people love this. What are you saying for the DVD?
Well, they're wrong, and it's a pass. I'm sorry to go on a downer.
Agreeing. Okay, well, thanks for being here.
Thanks.
It was fun.
Should I leave now?
Probably.
Chris, come on over here, buddy.
Go follow that guy.
Hey. Follow him on Twitter, @ChrisCore. Come on over, Olivia. One big happy show family. One big happy show family.
We're going to try this?
Okay, that's not how...
there she is.
That's not how one big happy show family... That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. OK Go will be here live in our studio. Back around their amazing new video. Stick around, everybody.
Look, actually.
Okay, I am not authorized to announce the 2010 Best Video Award, but I'm going to do it anyway. Here is the best video of the year for This Too Shall Pass by OK Go. Enjoy. program.
Thanks for having us.
Announce your colors, please, for the video, for those who can't match the face with the smocks and whatnot.
I'm Tim, and I was shot with the red paint.
You were shot with the red paint.
I'm Dan, I was green.
You were doused in green.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you did it again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On yet another video. How much are my State Farm premiums going to go up as a result of this video? How screwed am I?
You're pretty screwed, man.
Okay, yeah. No, State Farm sponsored this video, which was cool because it kind of gave you guys a chance to go a little bit bigger, or even a little bit more beyond even what OK Go normally does, right?
Yeah. I mean, this was like, I mean, we were definitely able to chase like our wildest ideas on this video, you know, and yeah, it's a little more expensive than some of the last videos, but not by much, though.
But what's crazy is that you conceived it as a band in like a day, you tested it out in another day, and you got it on the first take, right?
Oh, no.
He's like, no. How do I politely tell you you're totally wrong?
This took I'm not good with numbers, but this is probably a trillion takes, you know? Something
4
like that.
months of setting up. And
4 months, really?
Yeah.
And I mean, see, the guitar spinning shot, you were saying that was really hard. And I remember when I saw that this morning, I was like, man, that looks like some NASA-level stuff, man. That's some stuff that it takes a rocket scientist to pull off. And you really had rocket scientists and NASA members working on this.
NASA-level stuff, happening.
How did they get involved?
Well, we had this idea to do a Rube Goldberg project, you know, and we had a friend that went to the MIT Media Labs, and so we asked him if he knew anyone who might want to help us get involved, or help to get involved with this. And we thought like, you know, we'd do this with 1 or 2 people, and we put up a little blurb on a website where lots of these folks look, and
Craigslist, we know, personal, casual encounters.
Like scientist Craigslist.
Brushed by a rocket scientist, and it was a missed encounter.
Yeah, and instead of 2 people responding, we got this group called Sin Labs responded and said, there's 40 of us, and we all want to do this.
So cool. And where did you set up? You guys bought out like a warehouse and did it in there?
Yeah, it was at where's it?
It was in Echo Park.
Echo Park.
Yeah, we rented out a warehouse space with 3 floors on it.
So cool. I mean, what's the pressure like? Because I watch one of your videos, and every single time, no disrespect, I've gone, okay, now they're out of ideas. That's it. That's the one. Now they're done. Like, when you sit down at the table to discuss, all right, we're going to make a video for a song, do you feel the pressure of every single time you deliver a hit, something that goes completely viral?
I mean, we're like I said before, we're sort of in the business of chasing down our wildest ideas, and that's what's most important to us.
But see, I'm out of ideas and dreams.
Right.
I've been out of them since I was like 16.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's the ideas kind of come from anywhere, you know. It's just like you see kids playing with Play-Doh, and you're like, man, we could do something awesome with Play-Doh, you know. And then it's about trying to figure that out, you know. But so, you know, it's not so much pressure as it is just like it's a love and a desire to do these sorts of things.
Cool. I woke up this morning and my Twitter was going off on the phone. I had instant messages covering the monitors. I thought surely Kevin Smith got kicked off something else. And it was because you guys released a new video. What is the day like for you, like a day like today when you wake up? Is it nothing but phone calls and emails?
Yeah, I got a lot of Facebook messages like, wow, this is killer video, man. Like,
Yeah.
and then
You should check this thing out. You're like, I'm in it.
Thanks,
D-bag.
Yeah, just watching Google News and just like, wow, this is really taking off.
Yeah, you guys took over the internet today,
Yeah.
so congrats again on that. I mean, that's huge. But now, with something like being able to embed your music videos, I know, you know, Damien, your singer, wrote an op-ed piece that was in the New York Times, and he said, EMI, they took down the ability to embed videos, and that hurt you as a band, right? Like, it hurt the viewership. When you release a video like this, and it does get millions of views, do you see those results in ticket sales and merch and album sales? Does that actually, is there a correlation?
I think there's definitely a correlation, and it's, I mean, I think when the embedding was shut off on our last 2 videos, I mean, we saw that like our videos went from getting like 10,000 views a day to like 1,000. I mean, you know, the way things get passed around is through blogs and, you know, people mentioning on Facebook and things like that. So it's, you know, it's an important way to pass around the things that you love online.
And I love that you guys also connect with the audience and let us actually play your songs, or potentially butcher them, in my case, with Rock Band and Guitar Hero and all that good stuff. You guys have some new songs coming out?
Yeah, we do. I think March 11th, our song "Here It Goes Again,"
Get Over It,
and "Do What You Want," I think are all
for Guitar Hero, huh?
Yeah, all for Guitar Hero.
Awesome. Well, listen, the videos, as I said, are absolutely amazing, but they would still be nothing without the amazing music to accompany them. So, love your stuff. Absolute pleasure having you guys here. Thank you so much for coming on. Dan and Tim from OK Go, everybody. Head on over to okgo.net to see their video again from the new album. I promise you missed a whole bunch of stuff in there. Again, the album is Of the Blue Color of the Sky. It's OK Go. Let's go to Mun.
All right, everybody, it's time to survive the robot apocalypse with Attack This. The only way we're going to quell the robot uprising is to become part machines ourselves. And the Transcend GPS Eye Goggle from Zeal Optics is a good place to start. This snowboarding goggle gives you a head-mounted display that monitors your GPS location, your speed, and the temperature outside. It's a step in the right direction to becoming a cyborg. Pick it up this fall for $350. Now, when the invasion starts, we're going to have to keep moving. Sitting still for too long is certain death. Write that down. You won't have time to dick around with a laptop or cell phone, so you're going to need a hands-free approach. Are you listening? Are you writing it down? Okay, preferably you want the SkinPut. This device, developed by students at Carnegie Mellon, registers the low frequencies of tapping on your arm and converts that into a touchscreen mini computer or cell phone. I know you might scoff at such crazy notions, but I gotta tell you guys, it's freaking true. I rarely lie. Ultimately, our puny human muscles are no match against a hydraulic-powered oppressor, but with the Pro Digits by Touch Bionics, we might be able to level the playing field. These artificial hands are equipped with dexterous fingers and opposable thumbs that allow the user to perform the everyday task of grabbing stuff. It might not make, I don't know, like Luke Skywalker jealous or anything, but it has like a Captain Hook drooling all over. Look at that. Look how awesome she is. Oh, and guess what? That was a Peter Pan reference. Bucket list, check. Head on over to g42.com/AOTS for info on all these cyborg enhancements and more. Still ahead, today's epic fail is pretty explosive. Oh, and drunk. Did I mention drunk? I should have started with drunk.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we'll test out a new high-def Canon camcorder in Gadget Prawn. And in a new edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution, people use their heads in the wrong way. See it tomorrow.
It's time for...
Wait, what's it time for, Olivia?
Today's epic fail.
Explosive canisters. There are a few things that you should not do with them.
Like build a human pyramid on top of them.
Yes. You know, when you mix compressed gas with like compressed a-holes, the results are explosive. You do.
So I'd like to fail those drunks.
Okay.
Answer me this. Riddle me this. How come
yes.
the OK Go guys are so talented and successful and nice?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not supposed to go together.
It's got to be a put on. They're probably stabbing
They're
a
too
member of
nice.
security right now. They were way too nice.
So nice.
It's their big day, and they were just like, "Look, we're just chasing our dreams."
Whatever. It was just great to be able to do what we wanted to do.
Way too, yeah. Like, and we're giving all the money to kids. Really?
Hey, do you guys want to go get a Jamba or something? It'd be
Yeah,
great.
it's on me. As many boosts as you want.
Oh, love those guys.
Way too nice. But thank you for coming on, OK Go. Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for all the things you saw today and more. Also, thanks to Chris Garn and Adam Sessler.